Alright, I want to explain something here. Alright, part of this enemy, this illusion of this enemy force, this this grand enemy force that's just full of countless black, garbed faced brown people that don't speak American, just want you for your freedoms. You know what I'm saying? This illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's been a very effective illusion. Because it's so crazy that everyone is so Islamophobic, you know what I'm saying, in America, supposedly, when our president is an Islamicist. And the military had to, it was mandatory that everyone follow Ramadan. I mean, I don't even know what the hell Ramadan is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't much care to know, to be honest with you. I mean, I have enough fake holidays already to contend with that I don't need some foreign weird another false Catholic religion holiday imposed upon me. And what's so crazy about this is all right, so where I'm gonna go with this. This goes back into almost into my my militant homosexuals, my militant homosexuals narrative. You know how you know everyone likes to you know what I'm saying, like it's weird, man. This is almost like where, man, it's crazy, man. It's a way to, in the name of, you're pretending to be a victim, but that gives you the power to now go victimize people that never did anything to you. You know, now there's some kind of grudge, you know, that's held, you know, by all these people. This small group that has been bestowed extra rights now. You know what I'm saying? Now they get to go and attack people that didn't do anything to them or weren't even involved in any of this crap ski. But my buddy, man, said he was in prison, and he was explaining to me, man, about, you know, how many different, it seemed like there was, like, he said in prison there was no Christian gangs. Everyone was basically, it was all Islamicists. You got Islamicists, then you got Odinists, then you have, you know, Indian groups, with, this is just a mixed group of a bunch of different Indian groups because there's not that many of them. But he was telling me, man, about all these crazy Islamic groups and how they were all con artists, man, and just basically criminals. And I'm like, man, dude, that's strange, man. I mean, I never really think about that because I'm not in that group of people. But it's just like how, you know, up in the higher echelon of government, that now they're forcing them to adhere to Muslim holidays and Muslim this, Muslim that. They're just giving them all these passes when supposedly these are the motherfuckers who attacked us on 9/11. But we all know that's an inside job. It was a hoax. Or it was a false flag. It wasn't a hoax. But I mean, a hoax and a false flag are very similar. They're both, it means a lie, but a false flag, you actually have to say there was military action taken as a reason to impose new laws against perceived enemies. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like we perceive the Islamicists were our enemy, and through Tim Osman Osama, you know, we perceived they were the enemy, so we let them make all these new laws, which in the end, no, the Muslims get, like, they get a pass. It's just regular Americans really who get targeted by all these laws. And really, they weren't even for Islamicist, radical Muslim terrorist types. They're actually for returning veterans. You know what I'm saying? It was a bait and switch tactic. They get the law imposed. Later, the law will be adjusted to target the real enemy. But in the beginning, it was this fake enemy because, really, I have no doubts in my mind. There are some real Muslims out there with valid beef against American powers. I won't say the American people, just because American powers like CIA, like JSOC, like other rogue NSA, FBI, these types, the higher ups of the EIO branches, they probably did tell, some of their train their some of their comrades, and then they cut their funding in the middle of the war. Now these guys are like, oh, we're gonna be, they're all mad, at the American establishment, but it's funny when you see how do these Muslims in prisons mindset, how does that line up with your radical extremist Muslim type Sharia law type that wants to cut off everyone's head and impose a global tax against all non-Muslims? You know what I'm saying? And basically a blood tithe as well, where they gotta behead so many, infidelish type of individuals who will not accept their pope, their popery. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just more popery. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean like potpourri that smells good. This is SH. SHTF type of potpourri. You know what I'm saying? Potpourri that comes straight out the Vatican. Because you can see this all coming into a fit with the Chrislamicism agenda. That's where the Catholic wants to basically bring the Muslims back under the mother of Rome, and all the American churchianity churches like AME, 501c3 types, back under the umbrella of the mother harlot Rome. You know what I'm saying? And you see them jockeying up for all this with the Rome coming out with this social Gaia, neo-pagan, neo-feudal, technocratic, this crazy Star Wars type. That's the illusions that this guy's trying to sell. It's some Star Wars type grandeur. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the Earth Mother. It's like, who in the hell is the Earth Mother, man? That's some neo-pagan shit, dude. Ain't you know what I'm saying? You can't speak for, you only speak for yourself and your followers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy that people don't know that the Islam, before there wasn't Islamics in the 1200s, you know what I'm saying? Around the same time when the Mayan Empire was falling, that the Muslims were getting stirred up, you know what I'm saying, through some popery stuff, situation. And it's like, now, there's two heavy things you see coming out the prison. You get Islamicism being promoted in there. And a lot of people will join that just not to get beheaded. Just like out in the world, a lot of people, where they actually behead people because they'd say, no, I'm not becoming a pope. I'm not becoming a pope follower Islamicist. They get beheaded basically because of this. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in prison. I don't want to get beat up and put into a group everyone hates. So, the biggest scum of the earth you probably can be in prison is someone who believes in the Bible, because you got widespread blatant homosexuality. You know what I'm saying? Which he described, they're called the sissy crews. That's what they call them in jail. But no one messes with them because they got pull in there. Because it's, just like I was saying in Militant Homosexual Historical about the tribe of dudes from Greece that Philip of Macedonia couldn't conquer. These they were basically a sissy crew. So I'm saying, just because they're sissy crew, don't think that they lack masculine prowess. You know what I'm saying? It's just they prefer, maybe some femininity in the dark, but that doesn't mean that in the light they're not all ferocity of, that all of masculinity can bestow upon you. Even more so, I've seen, since the homosexuals, man, they feel so, look, it's been so tough for them, to psychologically, that they feel almost like obligated to be mean to someone now that they get a spot of power. You know what I'm saying? Because they felt like people, discriminated on them. Or maybe it was just all just in your mind. You thought it because you were walking around feeling what is the word? You know, you had like low self-esteem, because it's all inside of your mind. So now these are phantoms and ghosts you're taking out. You're getting retribution for all society has done to you now. You know what I'm saying? These things can all come from your mind. You know what I'm saying? Fucking perceived offenses. And now you're getting revenge on people who are not even affiliated with. If anyone has even done you wrong, it's not us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it's just from your. It's psychological. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, if anyone who does have somewhat of a conscience has psychological turmoil. And I can only imagine how much these people probably go through. You know what I'm saying? And same thing, because this Islamicism, it's got this veneer of something noble. But, when you really strip all that veneer away and you look at it, it's just another grimy form of taxation and centralization. And it's also, it's theocracy. You know what I'm saying? At its greatest, man. It's like it's like when the Inquisition was happening, but this time it'll be the Islamicization. You know what I'm saying? Where they'll just do the same thing all over again, just under a new banner, but it's really, it's just the left-right paradigm all over again. Light pimpery, popism gets switched into black, harsh, radical Chrislamicism. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. But you see how in America, while they act like they're doing all this to stop Islamicists, all the while Islamicism has been being promoted. You know what I'm saying? From the top, it's looked down upon, but our president's an Islamicist. But on the low, it's promoted and fostered and even probably funded. You know what I'm saying? It's just a crazy. This is a crazy. It's a backwards double speech Orwellian world that we live in. Everything is so Orwellian. You know what I'm saying? And these are scarecrow boogeymen. Or maybe they start off as a scarecrow or boogeyman, but from the time when the boogeyman was introduced to the time where the boogeyman actually really does emerge, because now it's had the time to get into, this poison has had its time to seep into the cracks and crevices of a society. And, then a little later you'll see the fruits of that evil that's been seeping in for a long time. I'm not sure when the radical Muslim prison population first got. I bet you look into that, you'll find probably some CIA social engineers tied up in this somehow. But here's the simplest one, is Albert Pike Muzzini letter. You know how they're going to use the Mohammedans, which is ones who follow Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? They'll use them against the political Zionists. He didn't say actually Jews. He said political Zionists. So he was very distinct. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the distinction between political Zionists and actual Jewish people. Because, and there's even a lot of speculation on what Jewish people are now. It's crazy. And same thing with the Muslims. Before it was just Middle Eastern guys. But now you got black Muslims. And then you meet the Middle Eastern people. They hate black American Muslim. You know what I'm saying? It is so crazy. And it says Satan's kingdom is divided. And it seems like Muslims are very divided. But the difference is these guys do strap bombs on and blow themselves up so they can go to heaven. Which that is no different from when Odin used to say to his people, "Oh, you go and fight like a warrior and die without cowering, and you will go to heaven, and you'll be rewarded, and the Valkyrie will come and carry you, and you will sip drink with Odin." That is the same shit as Allah. And blow up yourself, and you get 72 fucking virgins. And it's like, I can't believe people can't connect these dots, man. See, like, man, is there a mix-up of your cultures here?